So what we're going to be looking at is we're going to be looking at two different sharing methods. One is for a continuous, so something that can be divided up evenly, and then the other one is going to be a discrete in which you have to keep it all in groups. Okay. So we're going to be looking at two different methods. One's called the last diminisher, that's the continuous, and the other one is called the method of the markers. Now, these two methods would have been great for, if you're ever trapped on a desert island. Okay, so like in Lord of the Flies or Gilligan's Island or Lost, when they start fighting each other and they're like, no, I want this and I want the conch shell and I want this stuff, and oh no, we got to go to the other side of the island because we're going back into, I don't know, I've never watched Lost, I never thought it was anything, but anyway, whatever that show was about, they will always fight about things, and so if they just knew math, they could have been able to live in peace and harmony and form a utopia, because that's what math does, is it makes utopias out of dystopias. It's true. You can write that down. All right, now, let's say we've got four people get trapped on a desert island, okay? Or deserted island, an island. And let's say the three people are four people. Batman, we got the Flash, we've got Superman, and we've got Green Lantern. Okay? So we've got these four people trapped on this island. Okay? And it's this island right here. Okay? That's the island that they're trapped on. And so now, when they get there, there's some bad blood between, Batman doesn't like Green Lantern. Green Lantern doesn't like Batman. Superman's always like, I'm better than everybody else because I'm Superman. And the Flash just wants everybody to be cool because he's like, you know what? Let's just have fun. And they just get upset with him. They're like, how can you always be happy? And anyway. So what happens is that they're thinking, okay, how are we going to divide up this island, because we don't want to all be intermingled with each other because we're going to get in fights all the time. So we gotta get our areas, and we gotta be like, okay, if I have this area, I'm going to be A-okay, and if I have that area, I'm going to be A-okay. And so Batman, being the super genius that he is going to come along and be like, you know what we should do? We should do the last diminisher method. That's what would work the best in this case, because math rules. And we go, yes! Good job, Batman, because you're a super genius, and that's how we solve problems. He goes, yeah, I know. Now, let's say this is the island again, and we want to divide this up. So, what's going to happen is that they're going to go in order. So the order that we're going to be going in is going to go Batman, Flash, Superman, Green Lantern. Okay, so we're going in a counterclockwise motion here, starting with Batman. And so Batman's going to go, you know what? Or actually, he's going to use his Batman voice. You know what? I think I should take this area. I think that would be fair. And the Flash goes, you know what? You can have that. And Superman's like, okay. That's fine. That's fine. Now Green Lantern goes, psh, Batman, that's way too big of a piece for you. And so what Green Lantern's going to do is that he's going to take that and he's going to cut it down a little bit more. Now, because he's cut it down, Green Lantern gets that piece. Okay? Okay, now let's go to the next one. So now that Green Lantern is the last one to go, he gets that piece. It goes back to Batman. Now Batman's going to cut out another piece. And Batman goes, this piece right there. I think that would be fair. Or, again, his Batman voice. I think that's going to be fair. And the Flash goes, I think that's a little bit big there, Bats. Out of this whole area, that's a little too big of an area for you. And so what the Flash is going to do is that he's going to take it and he's going to shrink it a little bit. Okay, so he's cut it down a little bit. Now Superman sees this and goes, whoa, that's still too big of a piece. Okay, this beach along this beach right here is just an awesome beach, and it's just perfect, waves and everything, and everybody wants that piece. And so Superman's going to come along and go, no, we're going to cut that down even more. So we're going to follow along, but we're going to cut it like that. And now since Superman's the last one to cut it down, he ends up getting it. So this is Superman's. Okay. Now, since Green Lantern already has this piece, we go back to Batman. Batman goes, all right, well, I'm going to cut this piece right here. And Flash is going to go, you know what? Batman, if you want that lower part, I'm going to take that higher part. And so the Flash is going to take this top part. It's just a divide and choose. And Batman's going to take the mountains because, he's got to find a cave. And so now he's got Batman. So now we've divided up this island and everybody thinks they've got a fair share of the island. Hey, Flash has got an area to run around, Batman's got some caves to explore, Superman's got that awesome beach, and Green Lantern's got that part that he wanted. Okay? This is the last diminisher method. So the last person to diminish the area gets it. All right. Now, when they get trapped, they have these items left. On their boat that crashed, they have some of these items. We got some food, we got some tools, and we got kryptonite. Because, whenever you hang out with Superman, you always want the kryptonite. Now, they're going to use the method of the markers to do this. So what's going to happen is you're going to randomly organize the items in some sort of order. Now, everybody's going to go through and put marks and divide up the section into however many people there are, that many sections. So Superman's going to go first, and he's going to divide it up into 4 sections. And so Superman goes, right here would be one, that first part. The next one will end right about here. And the next one will end right about here. And so there is Superman's 4 sections. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now Green Lantern comes along, and now he does the same thing. He's going to put marks where he thinks it's going to be even. And so he's going to put one there, he's going to put one there, and he's going to put one right there. And so there's Green Lantern's 4 sections. Batman comes along, and he wants at least 1 tool in each. That's just his thing. So he's going to put one there. He's going to put a... He's going to put one there, and he's going to put one right there. Okay. And now last is the Flash, and he's going to put one there. He's going to put one right there, and he's going to put one right there. Okay. And so now the Flash has divided his up. Now, what's going to happen is that we're going to start from the beginning. So we're going to start in the very first one and go, who's got the first mark? Well, the first mark is Flash. So Flash gets from the beginning to the first mark. That's what Flash gets. All right. After that, we go and look for everybody's second mark. Now, everybody's second mark is in the second row. And so we go, okay, Superman's got the second mark. And so Superman ends up getting from his first mark to his second mark. Superman gets all of those. Okay? That's Superman. After the second one, we go to the third, and we look for who has the third mark, and it ends up being Green Lantern. And so Green Lantern gets from his second mark to his third mark. Okay? And then last but not least, Batman is going to get from his 4th mark to the end. So that's all Batman. Now, as you see, we have some left over. And so the order we're going to place this in is going to be in the same order, or is going to be Superman, Green Lantern, Batman, Flash. So Superman gets the first pick. And so Superman is going to pick that. So Superman gets that one. After that, Green Lantern picks. Green Lantern's going to pick the apple. Batman is third, and he's going to take a piece of kryptonite just in case he wants to take out Superman. And then the Flash goes next. He's going to take the piece of food. And then we start over again. So Superman will also get the last piece of kryptonite. Okay. So now that would be considered fair. Superman has his right here, that and this. The Flash has his, those 3 pieces of food. Green Lantern has his group. And then Batman has his group. And this is what we would consider even. Everybody's got a fair share. Using method of markers, we've divided up objects, discrete objects, objects that can't be divided evenly, like in half, in a way so that everybody has a fair share. And that's method of the markers and the last diminisher method. The last 2 methods we're talking over. There's also sealed bids. I'm not going to talk about it here, but hopefully this helps. So if you're ever stranded on a desert island, you know how to solve these problems.